Welcome into Wack and Trash Recap Podcast. You know, film recap. Wait,
hold on. I think we forgot to put the subtitles on. Go ahead, Ben. All right, go ahead. Start again.
Welcome to Wack and Trash Recap Podcast. You know, film recap. Stephen Mitchell.
And Guten Tag.
Nope. Wrong language,
Okay.
I think. Maybe they share the same one.
I don't know. It's Germanic, right?
One would have to assume.
Are they all Germanic? I don't know.
Hey,
you know what? Let's let the audience guess what language we were trying to speak right there.
Ooh, I think they got to figure out pretty quickly.
Especially if you looked up this movie.
Want to introduce our film for today?
Absolutely. So our film for today is called Take Another Round. No, it's called Another Round. There it is. Yeah.
Or Dwook.
Or Dwook, if you speak that language.
Maybe. I also could be Dwook. I don't really know. It didn't never say that. It just came up on
Neither
the
of us are native speakers of this language, if you can tell. But
I probably
anyway,
couldn't.
Steven's making a good gesture for the premise of the film because there's a lot of that action in this film.
Whole lot of drinking.
I was trying not to give it away too much, but
It's called Another Round.
you know, it could be another round on a merry-go-round. People don't know.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
The beginning of this movie opened
And it's all these kids running through a subway and they're like partying or something.
well, first it's the lake run.
It's the lake.
And they're like, you know. I don't know what that was, but it didn't sound appropriate. It sounded offensive.
What that interpreted to was there's this race and you have a team of 2 people. I think it's just 2 people.
Maybe it might be more.
It might be more, but you have these people who they do like piggyback rides down this race track or whatever, and then you have to get to the end and then like throw back some beer and then race back and do whatever. If one person throws up, then you lose points. If all your team throws up, then you don't lose any points. You just lose time throwing up. Stuff like that.
Something like that.
And
It's a huge drinking game.
Huge.
Yeah.
And a lot of, I assume, college kids are participating.
And high schoolers.
And high schoolers have become to learn.
Well,
yeah.
the drinking age is not 21.
That's true, because this does not take place in America, as you might have been able to guess.
After the lake race, they go on the subway and they're partying, and they get this one old lady to get in on it.
She's having a good time.
And then the cops show up and they're like, hey, you can't be doing that. And the one dude is like, I'm sorry.
He comes in for a hug.
And then he cuts him to the railroad, to the hand rail.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, party. And then it cut
Sharp cut. It goes from drinking party and games straight to the classroom. Now, if you remember back to one of our previous episodes, and you can go and look for this, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, if you remember correctly, they are just the driest classrooms. So think about that in this film as well, but in this language.
So they cut to the school, and a lot of the students must have been drinking, because basically the school administrative people decide no drinking on school property. Which, was that allowed before?
I would assume not. Like, I think
so
it's
maybe
one of those
it was
like
no
unspoken
drinking.
rules.
I think it was like don't drink at all, like when I was totally dry campus. I don't know if there was
Could
punishment.
It might be like, Lipscomb University, where if you get caught drinking even off campus, you're being a bad example.
On whom's authority?
There's 4 teachers we see in particular. Mm-hmm. You have the psychology teacher.
Yep.
I want to say his name is Peter, but that feels incorrect.
We also do have the gym teacher.
Tommy.
That. Okay. Or at least what his name is translated to. Or is it actually Tommy?
I'm pretty sure it's Tommy.
Okay.
The psychiatrist is Nikolaj. Yes.
Which I think is such a cool name. If I ever have a son someday, I think I might vibe for Nikolaj.
Nikolaj Olsen?
Nikolaj Olsen, yeah.
That's
Nikolaj Olsen? It sounds very, very Swedish.
What would his middle name be?
Probably something like Bert.
Nikolaj Bert Olsen?
Yeah.
I was thinking something cool like Powerhouse.
Oh,
or Dragon Star.
One of the contractors at my workplace the other day, he was looking for names for his son, and one of the names that he threw out was Romulus.
Romulus?
Yes, and I was like the movie? He was like, no, like the Greek god or something like that. And I was like, you know a lot more about your culture than I do.
One of my coworkers is going out with a dude named like Maximilian. It was really long.
Maximilian?
It was like, it's not Maximus. It was like Maximus, but longer. And I'm pretty sure there was an L involved. All I know is she said it, and I was like, whoa.
Just abbreviate to Max, please.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So,
sorry.
Nikolaj is a psychology teacher. This is a high school.
Yeah.
Tommy is a PE teacher. Martin, that's our main character, played by Matt Mikkelsen.
Martin.
He is a history teacher. Mm-hmm. And there's a music teacher as well. That's Peter.
There's 4 guys.
There's 4 guys.
There's just 4. There's
just
not 5.
4.
Okay.
Yep.
So you got history, you got psychology, music, and gym.
Yeah. They're all kind of boring, but by far the biggest offender is Martin.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, people are bored
Well,
out
I
of
mean, you're getting this, like, look into these rooms, and he's just like, we're coming to class today, and we're going to talk about and this and that, and all the students. They're also wasted, but they're also, well, I assume they're wasted. But it's a very boring classroom. And then...
If you go home. With Martin, and Martin had 2 kids, they're older, they're like teens.
Oh,
and a wife whose name, I'm sure they say it, but I do not remember it.
I think it's Emily. It's Amelia? Maybe.
Woohoo! Hi, family! Well, you can call her Emily.
Okay.
I'm down for that. Martin and Emily. Yeah, that sounds
Sure,
that's
that's a cute
couple name.
If you guys are named Martin and Emily, you guys should get together.
Honestly.
Anyway.
So he asked her, he's like, have I become boring?
You're different, that's for sure. Which is a very indirect way of saying absolutely. You are very boring.
She might have even said something like, "You're not the person I married," but
that's what she says. Yep. You're not the Nikolaj I married.
Crazy response.
Or Martin.
The next day back at school, there's an intervention, but it's all the parents and the students in Martin's history class being like,
"Oh yeah,
the exams are coming up." I guess they're like essays. They have SATs. Almost like an exam for every class that you need to pass in order to graduate.
Just think of it like, whatever test you would take to try and get into college. That's what it is. Well, SAT, ACT.
Yeah, but like it's also like specific to the class.
I
guess. They're like, Martin, you're not teaching well. And he's like, hard to teach when people are on their phone. And the students aren't even on their phone.
Their whole excuse is like, you're a very rough teacher, right? Like it's hard to pass your class or whatever, or get good grades in your class.
Yeah,
and so
it's because he's not really teaching them much.
Right, and one of the girls, she ends the conversation with saying something like some sort of historical example or whatever, and she's like, "Do you even like care about this? Because if you don't, then why should we?" Mm-hmm. And so then he goes home and he's just like, maybe I need a change. I don't know. He's starting to work through the process.
He's thinking about it, and so then told his wife, "Oh, I'm going out to Nikolaj, that's the psychology professor, 40th birthday." Mm-hmm. And he goes and he picks up Tommy, the gym teacher. There's a great scene. Tommy is trying to help his dog pee, and he like picks her leg up.
Yeah, he's like, "I just have to get her started. Hold on."
It's like a lawnmower. Gotta crank it. Then they're at dinner, and Nikolaj brings up this article he read that there's a psychiatrist he's got this crazy idea that humans are supposed to be operating at a 0.05% blood alcohol content level.
We have been evolutionized into a blood alcohol content that's lower than what we were like designed to be, or something like that.
Yeah, and so they're like, if you operate at this level, though, you will be better, basically.
You'll be more relaxed. You won't get like you won't overthink things. Yeah. Be more confident. And so they're all like discussing and debating this over his birthday party, which is like not ever a conversation I would have at my birthday party. But maybe I'm just not intelligent enough. I don't know.
If you were a psychologist and you were reading this journal, maybe that's something you would bring up. Maybe he was like, "This is my one chance I can talk about weird psychology things, and no one's going to stop me.
Because it's my birthday and I can force it."
Yeah.
That's something I would do.
Yeah. Now, at first, Martin is being dry because he drove. But then eventually he does decide to take some drinks. And you do see he loosens up. Everybody kind of loosens up.
Loosens up a lot.
They dance. You find out he was a jazz ballet guy.
I will say right before they find that out, he kind of has a little bit of a breakdown. And I love this, and I think it's something that is maybe not missed, but it's something that needs to happen more often. Is this guy just kind of breaks down and starts crying in the middle of this like fancy restaurant, and his friends, instead of just being like, "Well, this is awkward, we're gonna avoid this conversation," they dig in. They're like, "Man, what's wrong? Like, is it something with you and your wife? Is it what's going on?" He's just like, "I don't know, man. Like, what happened to my life? Like, I used to have like all these dreams, these goals in my career and in my life and things I wanted to do." They're like, "Well, whatever happened to your applications to whatever like university or something?" Yeah. Thing. And he's like, "I just never put it in because I didn't think it would, it would work." And so they kind of help him through that rough spot, and then eventually they do try to cheer him up a little bit, and it turns out to be a wonderful night. Wonderful night for them all.
Yep. They have fun, and it's just a good time. So the next day, Martin goes to class, and he's thinking about this blood alcohol content, and so he goes to the bathroom.
None of them were like taking it seriously. It was just like a fun topic of conversation, right?
Yeah.
Except for maybe the Nikolaj, except for him.
A little bit. But Martin decides he takes, I think it's vodka, and he takes a few shots, and then he goes and he teaches.
Smirnoff, I think it is.
Yeah. And he struggles a little bit. You can't say the word industrialism very well, but to be fair.
Who can?
Tough word. Yeah.
Industrialism.
Close enough?
No, try again.
No, I will not.
Well, we're not going to continue until you try again.
Oh, boy, we're going to be here a long time.
3 hours later.
Industrialism.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay,
yeah,
there you go.
Good job. Afterwards, he had to stop Nikolaj. He's like, "I need to ride home." And he goes, "Why?" He goes, "I am not sober." And
he shows him, he's like, I had a little bit of this bottle. He's like, and Nikolaj, he is so excited. He's like, "Oh my goodness, you went for the experience. Okay, all right, we got to get in on this." Like, round the guys up. So they go pick up their other two friends, and they're like, "All right, let's look at this experiment."
Yeah.
And like, everybody's just like totally on board for this.
It's an excuse to day drink.
I mean,
they're trying to get drunk.
There's no red flags or anything.
It's a Wednesday at 1 p.m. What else you gonna do? That's their mindset. They're treating it as an experiment. They have the hypothesis and all of that, and so they say, "All right, only get drunk up to 0.5%, and we'll see how it goes." Mm-hmm. And so Martin gets a breathalyzer so he can test himself.
He's doing it at school and like the stall and the bathrooms and stuff.
And they do a really cool thing in editing where a number will pop up and it'll tell you where the guys are at until they're 0.05. And his class gets significantly better.
Oh, it improves a lot.
Yeah.
Now, okay, we're gonna say some things that sound very positive about alcohol. Please, if you do drink, be very smart with your alcohol consumption. Okay. We'll get to the whole warning of the film after this. And
of course, it's a part of the takeaway.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I just wanted to throw that in there just to be like, hey, we're about to say some things about this film. So
well, we're just describing what's happening in the film, and this is not our opinion on anything.
Yes, yeah.
So his class gets a lot better. Then they play a fun little game, if you recall. Mm-hmm. And he is like, "I have 3 candidates that we are going to elect for president, and you are going to pick which one you want." Mm-hmm. They first hated, he shoot wild animals, and
he drinks bourbon like 3 times a day, and so it just like puts him up as like very poor life choices.
Number 2 is a day drinker. He drinks a ton first thing in the morning. He's an excessive eater who can't control himself and his impulses and all of this stuff.
Third guy is just like a model. He's just like, he's very articulate. He has all these degrees or whatever.
They say he loves animals and treats women well, but I guess maybe one of the other one, which I struggle to believe the women part.
I think he was just trying to set him up to be exaggerating some points.
Now you might be sitting here and you're like, "I see where this is going, maybe." And he goes, "Okay, so which one would you vote for?"
3.
And would do the rest of you agree?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you just elected Adolf Hitler.
And everybody's, no way, that's insane.
Yeah, and like the first one was Teddy Roosevelt, I think.
Yeah.
And the second one was Winston Churchill. And then
Hitler.
And he's like, "See, sometimes on paper people are not who they seem to be." I'm like, "Well, yeah, she'll leave out a bunch of stuff."
Yeah.
You know.
I don't feel like there's a direct correlation between your political views and your alcohol consumption. Maybe you are a little bit more relaxed, but
Yeah, maybe Hitler could
It
used to
was-
drink.
you,
Am I allowed to say that?
yeah, sure. I'm gonna drink my water now. His class becomes better, and then we get to see the other guys' classes, and they are also doing a lot better. The music teacher, especially, like
Yeah.
he gets really, really into
locks
it.
in.
Before all this started, you see a section where he's like teaching his his students a bit of a choir or something like that, and they're all struggling, as we all did in high school when we took choir, because we all took choir.
Yep.
And so then we come back to where he's drinking a little bit, and they're all, they're sounding a little bit off still. And so he's like, okay, everybody close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. And then as he's closed, like everybody has their eyes closed, he goes around the gymnasium, closes all the curtains and stuff like that. And he takes a little swig. And then he's like, okay, now I just want you to hold hands and feel each other's soul while you sing or whatever.
It gets real kumbaya.
It does, but it works because they sound amazing afterwards. And so, like, you can see that everybody's class. What did you say?
That's the national anthem.
Oh, okay. They do sing the national anthem. But yeah, so everybody's classes is benefiting from this.
You find out that he is a teacher, a coach for like a little league soccer.
As they would say, football.
He's just being a sweet coach. We don't know how he was before the alcohol because we never saw him coaching these kids.
You gotta
But
assume that
we
he was a
assume
little
not
more
very
stressed.
engaged.
Yeah.
And there's one boy in particular named Specs. It's because he's got glasses. He's kind of getting bullied a little bit, and Tommy's being nice and encouraging. Specs forgets to drink his water bottle, and he's like, "Can I have some of yours, coach?"
And he's like, "Oh, no, not this time. You kid, you give him a drink of
Why
your
do
water.
I have to share my water bottle?
Because it's good for you to learn how to share. Now do it."
They all meet back together, the gang,
Mm-hmm.
the four dudes, and they're like, "That went pretty well, did it not?"
Yeah. It went really good, actually. Yeah.
Then let's up the numbers. So they increased to like 0.8 or something like that.
I think it's 0.1.
No.
Yeah, because they're at 0.05 and then they increase it to 0.1. I can't remember what it is, but it's a lot more alcohol.
It's a lot more, but they continue to do decently. You get a great, beautiful moment at the soccer game where Tommy's being a great coach, and he's so great that our boy Speck scored, and everybody goes wild. Like,
He
woo!
does this like cool like around the back of the legs move and everything, and it's incredible.
We're like, wow,
Yeah.
this kid, he's going places.
And then the guys all play soccer after that, and he's like, "I'm gonna do the slide defense on you. I'm gonna slide into you. I'm gonna slide."
Yeah, and it's just a wholesome moment.
It's very good.
They're going to play some soccer. It's beautiful.
Yeah, they are getting a little maybe too relaxed at this point in the classroom and whatnot. And maybe some people are starting to notice, well, I mean, they notice their behavior change, but maybe some people are starting to equate it a little bit. Because then we go back to the history class, right?
The next major plot point, though, is Peter, that's the music teacher, is walking through the hallway, and he sees a student who's just been crying, and he's stressed out of his mind. And he's like, come in, what is it? Is it a girl? Is it like, I've been broken in my heart many times, and whatever. And he's got, no, I can't fail again. Like, he's repeating his senior year, basically.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't do it, and I'm just so stressed, I'm going to fail my test again. And Peter's like, you know what you should do? Is you should drink before a test. Not a lot.
Just a swig or two. That's it.
And he's like, what? He's like, I won't tell anybody. And at that point, you're like, okay, this is a little wild to tell a student to drink.
Yeah.
Again, that is also coming from our American mindset where it's illegal, not just like not allowed at the school.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a different vibe there. But
Could be.
regardless, feels weird for an adult to tell a kid, yeah, you should drink before a test.
Well, like at school too, right? Because like they're taking tests on school grounds and everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, the kid is encouraged after the whole conversation, and he walks away, his spirits uplifted, and especially in that moment, Peter's like really starting to get into this like whole alcohol level content because he's like seeing a lot of good come from it, right? Because as the teacher he was before starting this experiment, he probably wouldn't have engaged with a student like that, and so he's like, he's really starting to see some good benefits come from this.
Now, meanwhile, Martin and his family, things are getting a little bit better.
A lot better, yeah.
Way better. And so he actually tells his wife, like, oh, we should go canoeing. And he's like, we haven't gone canoeing in years.
He's like, exactly. We need to get back out there and get back, do some things that we used to do as a family.
And so they do this canoeing camping trip. And Martin decides to go sober.
Yeah.
And it's very so cool because it comes up as 0.0. And they're like, wow. And they have this fantastic little camping. Martin goes back to his friends and he's like, I just had a great time. I'm out. I'm not going to drink anymore. Meanwhile, the other three guys are like,
let's up it again.
Yeah. And so they go and they spend a while. Nikolai's wife actually even she's like leave with her and the kids and like we're going out for the day.
Yeah.
Like at my sister's house.
Yeah. She's
bit.
like, you guys do whatever you're gonna do, get drunk or whatever. He's like, no, honey, we're sober, okay? Yeah, they're sober right then.
Yeah. But she's not like leaving him at this moment or anything like that.
Right, they're just heading out for the day.
And so they make this fancy cocktail, and the three other ones are like, whoa, this is the best drink we've ever
they
had.
tasted it like, the classic fake alcohol reaction.
And so then they're like, Martin, you sure you don't? And he's like, I guess I'll try one. And you're sitting there like,
no, Martin, no.
And he goes and he takes a drink and he's like,
yeah.
This is good.
And so they turn on some loud music and they start bumping. They start drinking.
Nikolai's wife was like, don't forget, you need to pick up fresh card. You have to get fresh card. And so they get wasted out of their mind. And then they're like, oh, we've got to get the
fish. Go get the fish.
And so they go to a store and they're like bumping into everything, knocking stuff over. And it's like, where's the fresh card?
And the store worker comes up and he's like, sir, can I help you with something? He's like, no, I'm fine. I got it. And then he turns around and he bumps over this like whole shelf or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you can see Peter walking by in the back. He's like, just don't worry about it.
Yeah. And so they can't find fresh cod there. So then they start trying to fish.
Yeah, for the cod.
For the cod.
That is fresh cod. That's about the freshest cod.
No, if it worked, then it would have been great. But it didn't. And so then they go to a bar and they get even more drunk. Martin dances on the table.
Peter takes his shirt off.
Well, it's because he fell in the water.
Oh, because he fell in the water. That's right.
Yeah, when they were fishing.
Which I was really scared. Like something bad was going to happen at that point.
Dude, I definitely thought
drunk people swimming, kind of a
bad combo.
Bad combo.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a pool party.
And then Tommy steals liquor from the bar. Like whole bottle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they're trying to get more liquor from the bartender. She's like, nope, you guys have had enough.
Yeah, and she's cutting them off. And so then they distract the bartender and the homie just grabs 2 bottles and they go out into the street and they're drinking.
They're running through and narrowly avoiding cars and everything.
Yep.
And then it cuts again.
Nikolai is in his bed. And then his wife is like, Nikolai, what? And then he peed the bed.
And like this whole time, Nikolai, back at his birthday party, was complaining about how he has kids who continue to pee and wet the bed. Mm-hmm. So now this is kind of a reverse situation for him where he's waking up and he's like, oh my goodness, like I am so irresponsible. Like I have become the thing that I did not like.
And his wife is like, I'm going to leave with the kids.
Yeah,
and
like,
get my sister
leave
until this is whatever you got going on is fixed.
Yeah.
Martin doesn't even make it home.
Mm-hmm. He's on the sidewalk
on the ground bleeding, and his neighbors are like, "You good, Mark?" And then his son gets him.
Yeah, which good for his son, right? But
well, yeah, but that is, as a father, I can't imagine what he felt in that moment.
That's not a good role model moment.
No. He gets in, and him and his wife talk about how he is drinking way too much.
She's like, "You're not even the person I used to know anymore." He's like, What are you telling me for? I don't know what he says.
Oh,
they have an argument, though.
They have an argument, and it said something like, I don't care, who you go out and have fun with if it's not me. And then talking about his guys. And then Martin's like, well, there's someone you go and have fun with? And she's like, I just couldn't wait.
And you're like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, and so Martin leaves, and it's like, get out of my life, you know.
Yeah.
And storms out.
In front of the kids too.
Yeah.
They see the whole thing, and it's not good.
It's rough. Not a ton of consequence for Peter.
No, not really. And none that we see directly for Tommy.
Well, Tommy
until Tommy goes back into the gymnasium, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's like putting away the soccer balls after a game or something like that. And so he walks into the locker, and there's the janitor in there, and he's like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" And he's like, "Oh, just putting away the balls and everything." He's like, "Do you know anything about this?" And he pulls out like something like some alcohol, some whiskey or something like that. And he's like, "Oh my goodness, there's people have been drinking on school grounds." It's like, yeah, and actually there's some up here, and there's some right here, and there's some, and he's getting a little put under pressure there.
Yeah. And this actually happened way earlier in the movie.
Way earlier, yeah.
And so now, the next day, everybody's hungover.
Yeah.
And Tommy shows up completely wasted.
Right. Well, and he shows up in the middle of a meeting between all the teachers and the principal, and she's like, "We don't know who has been drinking, but we know that there's been somebody, so we're going to crack down even harder. If there's any like faculty that have been found drinking or whatever, they're going to get fired pretty quickly."
Yep, and then he was stumbled in, all drunk, and he gets fired, I would assume.
Yeah, well, we don't see the actual confrontation, but like he sits down all drunk and everything, and then like we cut to Martin bringing him back home.
Yep, mumming him, and he cleans and cooks for him, and all of this stuff. And
Tommy's like, "Oh man, you didn't have to do this for me. I appreciate it, but you didn't have to clean up for me and everything."
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I'm happy to do this anytime." And he goes, "I appreciate it, but don't do this again."
Yeah, I don't want you checking up on me and all that stuff.
Yep, and he's like, "Okay." And as Martin's leaving, goes, "Hey, Martin, I believe in you and Emily. I always thought you guys would make it."
Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Thank you."
Yep.
I don't know if Tommy knows at the time that they're pretty much separated, but
yeah,
it's a very somber moment. There's a lot of things in there that Tommy say that are very keying to the consequences or his next intended actions, which is pretty rough.
I mean, I think Tommy recognizes that he is an alcoholic and he doesn't have a job anymore, a kid, a wife, anything.
Which I thought he had a wife in the beginning, didn't he?
No.
Because I thought there was somebody who yelled out to him. They were like, "Take out the dog before you go." I could have sworn he was married.
No,
Okay. Anyway,
I don't think so.
you cut back between different people doing different things and everything.
Oh, that's true. So it's
Right.
exam day.
That's right. It's exam day, and so Peter, the student that Peter was talking to, he comes up and he sits down at the table.
It's like an oral test.
Yeah.
Peter's one of the teachers, and another guy's one of the teacher. And the guy they give him like a subject, like a person, and he's supposed to talk about him.
Yeah.
And the student gets so nervous he just leaves.
Yeah, and so
And then-
Peter runs out after him.
yeah.
He's like, "Hey man, like if you quit now, like you're never gonna know if you'll
He's
pass
like,
or not."
I just can't do it. I can't do it.
And
I'm
so
overwhelmed.
Peter's like, "All right, come here with me." And so they go.
What?
That was a stink bug on my mic.
Oh.
Sorry. And so they go into like a side closet or something like that. And he's like, "Okay, man, don't do this often, but here you go. Take a swig or two just to calm your nerves down, okay?" And he's like,
"It's a test."
and he's like, "No, you take it." And then he does a quick swig, and he's like, "All right, that's enough." And then he takes a swig as well.
Yeah.
And then they go back into the room, and he's like, "Okay." They offer him the topic of conversation or whatever, and then he's still getting nervous. He's antsy and whatever, and he's like, "All right, why don't you take a sip of your
Take a
water
sip of
there?"
water.
Yeah.
And so he takes another drink, and then he starts being able to formulate,
Recite,
and
yeah.
he gets loosened up, and is able to start talking more about whoever it was, some
Yeah.
composer or something.
All the classes are taking their final exams and everything, and then they get this cool like captain hat after they learn that they graduated. Like
Yeah.
it's like, I guess it's like an instant like pass or fail. It's like in that moment if you have graduated or not.
I guess so.
basically.
Martin's class did get like worse and boring. He's depressed, understandably.
yeah.
And kind of like, but they do a great job.
He comes back and he's sober and everything, and they're like, we're all good, because he's like, "All right, let's go study for the exam, because you guys you're not ready, you need it." And they're like, you already taught us everything we need to know. And he's like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, you made it so fun that we just went and like read all of the history lessons ourselves. And he's like, okay, well, that's great. Then I guess you're ready. And
I
so
don't
they
remember that
take
at all.
Oh yeah. And so while this whole like cutscene montage thing is happening between all these, guys and what's going on, Tommy unfortunately lets the depression overtake him of where he's at in his situation, and he goes off and I don't know if we're allowed to say this on YouTube. Are we allowed to say it on YouTube?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, but you don't have to do the thing where they put like, an exclamation point, they have an eye, He killed himself.
He kills himself, yeah.
He drowned.
I don't like it. I also don't want, I understand the content and what people watch and all that stuff, but some people say unalived, and I'm like, that makes me so
disrespectful.
That makes me so mad. Yeah. So he goes and kills himself. I think he drowns himself, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. And it's very sad. I would like. Mm-hmm. And Martin and the others find out
as the kids are graduating, celebrating right after exams.
Yeah.
And so very, very sober for them.
Very, very somber. And there's a funeral, and you will be crying
the whole time.
Yeah, it's very sad.
You seem like you're a little more.
I cry at movies more than you do, I think.
Now we've kind of done a whole reverse situation.
Wow, yeah. Now you bottle up your emotions.
I don't bottle them up.
And now I let everyone in, every emotion.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out for you, because I was there, and look how I turned out.
We are screwed.
Anyway, we don't need to go to therapy session. They go to the funeral, and the three guys are pallbearers, and you see them walking out with carrying the casket and everything. And it's, really hits them deep.
Well, it's so, you're sad this time. They put it in the casket into the
hearse. The hearse.
And then good old Specs and the rest of the soccer team start singing the singer song. I don't think it's the national anthem.
Well, it's at the beginning of all their games. Tommy would have them sing this song together just as a way of team bonding or whatever. And so then they start singing it. And Specs is the one who starts it. So Specs was always like a shy guy. Mm-hmm. And so he starts it, and you're like, oh my goodness, you can see what impact Tommy had on this kid, because he's now stepping up in boldness to lead his team. And you're just like,
it was so beautiful.
It was fantastic.
And you're just sobbing.
Yeah. I will say, somewhere before all this happens,
the three guys go, and they're like, what would Tommy want us to do? What would Tommy do? Let's go have a drink. And
you're like, did you guys learn anything? Oh my gosh.
What's happening? And so they go, and they start having some drink. I was really hoping Martin.
I will say they don't start just throwing it back, right? It's responsible drinking is what they're doing.
It's responsible. Martin gets a text from his wife that says, I miss you too. And
a lot,
yeah, a lot comes later, it's beautiful.
I jumped the gun.
And then after sitting there, there's a parade basically of the school. They're like, woo, he's graduated, and they're all drinking and having a good time. Mm-hmm. And they come out, and the teachers come out of the bar that they're in, and everybody's like, yo, teens, let's go, baby.
The ones, they're so cool and everything. And they start dancing with the kids too. And then Peter's like, "Come on, man! Come on, Martin! Show us some of that jazz stuff
jazz ballet
that you did." And then who's the actor?
Matt Mickelson?
Yeah, he is so good. He starts doing this jazz ballet routine and everything, and he's just getting all into music, just swaying back and forth.
So talented.
He's so good.
Yeah, and they're drinking, and they're kind of celebrating and having this euphoric moment of fun and confidence with the students. Hasn't the lesson they've learned is not totally gone away with.
Correct.
And then that's when you get the I miss you a lot, and you're like,
oh my goodness. And then I think we end on a freeze frame or something like that, right?
Something like that. You do find out that Nikolaj's wife and kids came back.
That's right. Yep, Nikolaj. And Peter is now dating somebody.
He's seeing somebody. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then that's how the movie ends.
That's another round.
Now, if you hadn't guessed, which it might have been really hard to guess, I don't know.
I did say.
I don't know how much of our.
Technically.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. When I sang the Denmark national anthem.
Oh, that's right. Well, it was Danish, by the way. That's where
Yep. It was all in Danish.
All in Danish. Yep.
Except for the names.
We expect Ben to put Danish subtitles under this entire movie.
No, we don't.
No, we do not. It's also not a movie. It's a video. Oh, also, by the way, if you didn't notice, we're missing our sign today. That's because somebody in transit broke our sign. So, AKA, it was me. So, we might be experimenting with our set a little bit here and there. So, just...
I mean, we recorded the last episode without it.
No, we did. Anyway, Steven, what was your takeaway from this whole film?
Ooh,
and I'm gonna drink from my Wack and Trash mug.
Wow.
Cheap plug. As you think about it.
Well, all right. Let's get the obvious out of the way. You gotta do things in moderation. Enjoy things in moderation. Nothing inherently wrong with drinking, but it must be in moderation. Know your limits. Know where you're at. To their credit, they never drank and drive in the entire movie, and that is great.
They just walked on the sidewalk and passed out.
Yeah, which is
better than driving.
Better than drunk driving.
Better than drunk driving.
Yeah, if you're gonna drink, do it in moderation, please.
And do it responsibly.
That's the serious one.
Yeah.
Also,
which is fine.
Yeah. What's your takeaway?
Learn a little jazz ballet if you want to spice up your life, man. Holy cow!
Goodness.
Like
You're
if you can just like flow with the music and let it come out of your soul like that.
Oh my goodness!
You are gonna be the life of the party, man.
Yes.
And also,
you got to be able to dance like no one's watching. Because that's what it's all about. When you're out there cutting a rug, you can't be thinking what is little, whoever thinking.
Luigi,
no.
what's Luigi thinking about when he's watching me?
Yeah, you can't be thinking that. You got to be lost in the moment. You got to be
absolutely
in the music.
That's my message to all of you. The next wedding you go to, please get on that dance floor, okay? Because I've talked to some people recently in my life who went to weddings and they said that they did not dance, and I'm like, that is like 90% of the wedding to me is dancing.
Yeah, there are 3 things you do at a wedding. You celebrate love, you eat some food, and you dance. If you do not dance, that is a third of the wedding you're wasting. And let's be honest, the celebrating love part, that is for what, 30 minutes maybe at the beginning?
I mean, yeah.
And sometimes
an hour, which is too long.
That's true.
Anyway,
I don't.
I want to throw...
I've got the rest of your life to see your love. I don't need to spend this hour.
Why are you yelling at me?
We need to spice up our graduation outfits, because come
on.
Oh
my goodness.
We wear books on our heads. Those guys got to wear freaking captain hats. That's awesome.
That's so much cooler.
That's so fun.
I'm not a fan of graduation ceremony.
Oh, we know. But maybe you would be.
Oh, maybe I would be.
If we had better outfits.
What would be the ideal hat? Because you can't do captain hats, obviously. That's taken.
Right. Have you ever seen Seussical, the musical?
Are you talking about the Cat in the Hat?
Yes.
Okay, you just say that. You don't have to bring Seussical into this.
I just wanted to show off some of my show roots. Yeah. Anyway, I think if we all wore something like that, and then like your color is like what you specialized in or whatever. If you
specialized.
Also, we should specialize in high school.
GED. I would. Had you ever read that kid's book, Caps for Sale? And of the guy who had like the little British kind of hats that's like stacked up.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I think we should do. Just 20 hats.
Just 20 hats?
20 of those little beret looking hats.
Does everybody gets to bring their own hats, or is like schools provide that, or what?
No, the school provides it. It's hard to stack that many hats. So there's some customness to it. That would be my pitch. And you can't walk under any ceiling fans.
I mean, you can, but you're going to lose, a part of your dignity.
Well, on another serious note,
Steven's
always
so serious today.
Well, this was a shockingly serious movie, which I wasn't prepared for.
I know. Fair enough.
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yes. Oh, especially in our culture, man.
Yep. Just because things are bad in a moment does not mean they will stay that way.
Mm-hmm.
There is always morning is always coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always a chance for redemption, right?
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to dig into, people's pains or to ask questions. I'm not saying like be intrusive or be invasive, but I'm saying like if you see a friend who's struggling, like doesn't hurt to ask them how they're doing or to reach out,
Yeah.
But as somebody who's close to me once said very recently, what's the worst they can do? Say no?
On a fun note, though,
This is like 5 takeaways.
this is a
for you
lot of
guys.
takeaways, but I feel like as much as important as the last point is, it doesn't feel like the right one to just end our entire
That's
show on. If you just want to be somebody who's able to be a tearjerker, you know, really get emotion stirring, learn some beautiful operatic to sing at the next funeral. Is that too dark? I don't know.
That's a lightly suggested takeaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you guys for joining us for another episode. We sure do appreciate you spending your time here. And
sure
if
do.
you even only watched a bit of the movie, I keep saying the video. It's a video. If you even watched only a part of the video, we really appreciate the support. And yeah, hopefully you guys were able to take away some of your own things. And if you guys have different takeaways than what we had, we would love to hear your comments on, you know, maybe some ideas. Yeah. And, you know, I can't not guarantee that we'll always reply, but we will certainly try to look and see.
If you have any movie suggestions that you want to, you know, this movie you suggested, if you have a movie suggestion, you can always email us at wackandtrash@gmail.com. So, and now that to close us off, can you do your best impression of what it would sound like if you were a bartender?
Oh, yeah, sure. What can I get you to drink tonight? I would like some schnapps, because that's the only thing that can come to mind right now. Well, sure, here you go. I have no idea if this is how you make a schnapps. It's a flamey schnapps. I don't drink very much.